Purdue 69, USC 64. Gutsy road win. I'm starting to use the word gutsy a lot with Purdue's victories lately. I have more thoughts on what exactly that means because at some point you'd probably like to win in a non-gutsy fashion, but I digress. The point is they toughed one out on the road. That's what Big Ten champions do. Another masterful performance from Braden Smith. Another amazing performance from Oscar Kloff. Another game with a lot of questions around those two guys. We will get to it all, including the whining from Eric Musselman after this game. But first, this is brought to you by Tinker. TinkerCoffee.com. Enter promo code SLEEPERS. You can get 15% off your first order. Cart, tell them more.
So Tinker Coffee, let me tell you first and foremost, it does what is most important for every coffee beverage. It tastes amazing. It tastes amazing. They make it easy for you to get. They deliver everywhere across the United States. Make sure you tap into that. My current favorite is the Zing Blend, which is over my shoulder here. It tastes great. It smells great. And also, if you want to make sure you have it in your house at all times, use promo code SLEEPERS for an extra 25% off if you set up recurring orders. So basically, set it up for however you need it, and you make sure you always have Tinker Coffee in your house, which you should, by the way, because it is the Midwest best.
And that 25% off with promo code SLEEPERS is two less percent than Chad Baker-Mazara years on this planet. That's a great segue to this recap. In the preview, Dion and I talked about how this was basically just which version of Baker-Mazara shows up on the USC side. If the bad one shows or no shows, this is a blowout. If the good one, the chaotic good one, shows, this could get interesting. And more importantly, the style of play of this game could turn into the Memphis game again. I have coined the term Memphising for a way that lesser teams can go about trying to beat Purdue. To this point, we haven't seen that actually yield itself to a victory, but we have seen lesser teams be in a tie game with less than 4 minutes left in the game, largely because they turn this into a ref show, really physically brutalize you, force calls to be called and missed. You know how Braden's head spins and Fletcher and Trey's head spins when they're not getting calls they think they deserve. Ultimately, that happened a lot in this one, and I think it is both good and bad for Purdue that they were able to find a way, but also that this happened. Credit to Braden for playing through it. I mean, even if it was, a performance that included being beat up a little bit and maybe being worried, concerned about the officiating, I don't know what else he's supposed to do when he is legitimately getting beat up. And that is what happened in this game. He got legitimately beat up pretty much the entire time. He got hit in the eye on the final game winning steal, no call. He banged knees and seemed very upset about that after this game. So I don't know. I guess this whole idea that you can Memphis Purdue, that
Mhm.
feels pretty real to me. Is that your main takeaway from this game?
Yeah, I do think that in order to beat Purdue, because they are in such a well-oiled machine, you do got to kind of muck things up a little bit because I do think they have a tendency to get caught up in I don't even know what to call it. Like just caught up in the moment of things not being called, things not going the way they want them to go, and it can throw them off their game, right? I think it is. I don't want to say it's a team that doesn't deal with adversity well because I think they have shown that they do. But it sounds weird to say it, but it's a team that you want to get in that spot, and that's obvious. You want to get any good team in that spot, but I do think that you don't want to get in a position where you are just like trying to out Purdue. It usually doesn't work well. Like you look back to the Iowa State game, that wasn't even an adversity situation. That was just elite shot making. But outside of that, I think close games against Purdue, it is people kind of mucking it up a little bit.
Yeah, I really don't know how to put this into perfect words, but it's just I think on tape that if you can get this team worried about the wrong things, you get them distracted.
Hmm.
And maybe distracted isn't even the right word because I don't feel this was like an overly distracted performance, but it felt like a lot was going on. You had Trey in his own head again. You had, I think Fletcher, I don't want to say like all over the place, but just not performing his best and in foul trouble. You had a lot of minutes from bench guys out of necessity because Kloff and Lawyer only played 41 minutes combined due to four fouls each. So it really just it became a strange game, and I think that's the model here, I guess, for teams of USC and Memphis's caliber. The more strange you can make a game, the more likely you are to pull the upset, and I think that's well documented at this point. And I guess give USC credit, as gross as that sounds, for
I, it,
getting.
I, are we really trying to give credit to a team that one loss and two was 15% from three and 35% from the free throw line?
I mean, no, I'm
That's
not.
cool. It was a ugly performance. Chad Baker-Mazara led them in scoring with 15 points. He was 7 of 17 from the field, 1 of 7 from three. Like they shot 5 for 14 from the free throw line in this basketball game.
Yeah, inexcusable was the word Muss used. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's an angle too, right? We don't have to give USC any credit. However, if our takeaway conclusion from this game is basically USC was dog shit, then I think that begs quite a few questions on how was Purdue in a close game with a dog shit performance from a dog shit team.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna do that, I'm game to do it. It's 6:20 p.m. Eastern, and we got all night, brother. So, is that what we're doing, or is this more like, well, the minor hat tip to USC because they were able to muck it. I don't know how like should a Purdue fan that's watching this or watched this game, even not watching this, should Purdue fans be feeling concerned about their own team regardless of what happened in this game with USC?
I think there should be a little bit. I think there should be a tiny bit. Given the fact that, you know, you never want to apologize for winning games, and Purdue is doing that. They have what, one loss on the season, two losses?
17-1 right now.
They're
7
17
0.
and 1. So like you can't complain too much. But also in the bigger picture of things, this Purdue team has Final Four national championship aspirations, right? Um, and I don't necessarily even think they're playing their best basketball. I think they're getting their best. I think they're getting really good basketball from a certain amount of players. But as a total, as a team, I don't think they're necessarily playing their best. Now, when you're not playing your best, you still want to win. They're doing that, which is great because also you got Braden Smith on the team. You got guys that can close. Oscar Kloff was incredible down the stretch. Braden was incredible down the stretch of this basketball game. In a game where those were the only two players that played well too, for what it's worth. And I don't think that's even like I think there was four total good players that had good games in this game between both sides. I think there was two for Purdue, and then there was probably Kofi and Ezra Asar for USC.
I think Benter was good. I mean, we're going down the list, but I think Benter was good.
Bender was good off the bench.
You
20
could
minutes,
argue
5 of 7.
Jakari was good if you really wanted to. I don't want to, but like, yeah, I hear your point. Like there were a lot of stinky performances loud from key guys on both sides, and I guess that's what we're gonna have to go through to sort through as we sort through this game. Um, yeah, and if we're like raising concerns, let me do a jokey concern to start here. Um, the Ken Palm offense momentarily fell to second nationally after this game.
Sorry, they fell to what?
Number two.
That's detrimental.
Well, that's Paint said the entire goal of this entire season, the reason everybody's back was to get the number one offense.
Yeah, so
So
like ah,
I kid. It's a national championship. I know. Yeah, no, they're fine. They're tied with Alabama right now, but yeah, just a little jokey. If we're doing concerns, they might not have the number one offense. Let's do positives first. Braden Smith said coming into this game, it was the best 3 game stretch of his career. Despite the turnovers, I think I am content saying this may be my favorite 4 game stretch of his career. Like he made all the winning plays. This was a 1-point game with 30 seconds left, UFC ball, and it's Braden who does what Braden has done so many times before: pick a passing lane for a breakaway, time it up perfectly. Should have been an and one, should have been the night night emoji, but
mm,
he didn't get the call, and he's I think very outwardly upset and frustrated that he's not getting these types of calls. But he, again, can't knock him when he plays through it and makes the play and wins you the game anyway. And that's exactly what he did. Finished with 22 points on 14 shots, 4 for 6 from 3. This is in this 4 game stretch, he has shot at least 50% from 3 or better in every game that he's
mhm.
attempted a 3. Like, that's just nonsensical if he's going to shoot like that. And only 5 assists. But mind you, outside of Oscar Kloff, who was he passing to in this game? CJ and Fletcher go 0 for 6 from 3 combined. Trey Kaufman-Renn was on Pluto last game. I don't know if he's in the same galaxy anymore. This needed to be the Braden show again, and it was the Braden show in winning time, and I'm just really impressed with the point guard.
Yeah, so I know I stated earlier that Purdue's not playing their best basketball, but also part of this stretch is that, hey, excuse my language, fuck it, three got us.
Yeah.
Three got us. Like, no matter what's going on, this is a game where, like I said, you stated it. Fletch is 0 for 3 from 3. CJ Cox is 0 for 3 from 3, 1 for 9 overall. TKR, like you said, really didn't look like he wanted to be there for his 24 minutes. It was a really strange game from him. Uh, Braden Smith stepped up. So I'll take those 6 turnovers. He stepped up in the moments when they needed him, and they needed all 22 of what he gave them. And also shout out to Oscar Kloff as well, who was, I think, part of he was a main point of those 5 assists that Braden had
Yeah.
down the stretch there.
I think if not for foul trouble, Clough might have played 35 minutes in this game.
Yeah.
And I think he can if he avoids foul trouble. And I think it's pretty clear that's what's good for this team because especially you compare it to the Jacobson minutes, 0 from DJ in 13 minutes, did not attempt a 2-point field goal, attempted a 3 and missed it, attempted 2 free throws and missed both.
I mean, TKR not TKR. Clough, second leading scorer, leading rebounder, chipped in 4 assists as well.
Yeah.
Like and that's in 23 minutes. He had 19, 6, and 4.
Yeah. Yeah,
Crazy.
it's become pretty clear. I know, for the first 3 months of the or 2 months of the season, Fletcher Lawyer was the leading scorer on this team.
Mm-hmm.
Fletch has been great. I don't think he's necessarily disappeared. He didn't make his shots in this game, but it's become pretty clear to me this year's Purdue identity, even in the mix of the Big Four, is really that this team is going to go where Braden and Kloff take them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not to write off Fletcher. Fletcher could win them an NCAA tournament game and hit 11 threes. And that is certainly not to write off TKR, no matter how I feel about how TKR is playing in the last couple of games. He's absolutely going to get on track and probably win them a game and have big moments late. We know this. I'm not doubting these guys that have won so many games in these uniforms. However, I am saying this. The addition of Oscar Kloff is even more impactful than anybody realized. They didn't just add a center to plug the holes or a guy that kind of fits. They added a guy that's better than TKR and Fletcher. And he's coming into his own. He's dominating games. And he's making life easier on Braden. And yes, as a result, he's making life harder on TKR. But you don't really care about, and that's how crazy this is. He's playing the same front court as an All-American who's gotten better from a year ago. And he's so good that we're just we don't even really care what's going on. Because Kloff is that good and impactful and bigger and better. And it's a testament to him. He got the Ken Pom MVP in this game, despite the foul trouble. 4 assists as well from him. Starting to see some of this passing upside stuff that has been there before. So I'm just really into it, man. I think it can get better too. I think we're starting to see this Kloff every game now, but there's a version of Kloff that's even more comfortable and more featured for Purdue. They gave him a couple just post touches that were single covered in this game. They haven't really been giving him in the past. And I think there's a world he's the other all Big Ten guy. Braden's going to be Big Ten Player of the Year. Kloff is all Big Ten. And then TKR and Fletcher probably I don't know if they do a third team still or even honorable mention right now. But Kloff's the second best player on this team. Do you agree with me on that right now?
Right now, yeah.
And over the course of the season also. I got to, honestly.
Yeah, probably.
Go just from what we have from game 1 till now. He got a Ken Pom MVP the second game of the season. He was the Ken Pom MVP against Texas Tech. All those moments in the Bahamas. I think the story of Purdue is them figuring out on the fly, oh shit, Kloff's even better than we realized.
Yeah, and I think it adds a lot to obviously to this Purdue team. I know we're both on the not worried about TKR thing. He's gonna figure it out.
I didn't say that.
You said you're not worried about TKR.
I said it's not gonna tank their season. I'm not trying to disrespect TKR. That's not by praising Kloff. I'm not trying to disrespect the greatness that has been Trey Kaufman-Renn. Am I worried about this? Hell yes.
Okay. Well, should we talk about that?
Yeah, you want to go there?
I mean, how do we want to do the last two games or the last three? I mean, what do we want to do here?
I mean, the three have been where it's really stunk.
Yeah, the game against Penn State. Also, his minutes are down in all three of these games as well.
Minutes are way
27
down.
minutes, 23 minutes, 24 minutes in this game. And
Yeah,
that's not foul trouble stuff either.
yeah,
That's like they're opting for other options.
yeah.
And it's kind of warranted because he's struggling. I mean, the last two games this is a guy that was pulling down 10 boards a game pretty easily. He has two rebounds against Iowa, he has three against USC. Two very bad front courts too, for what it's worth.
Yeah.
He's not giving you the scoring production, not really giving you anything crazy passing wise. He also looks like he is a little bit disengaged at times.
The whole time.
So like, I mean, even at the end of this game, one of the moments that stuck out to it for me was Fletcher actually going over to TKR and like looking at him like pick it like come on, like looking at him like let's
Yeah.
go. Come
Fletch
on.
kept hitting him in the chest late.
Yeah, he's like
Yeah.
come on, wake like kind of wake the F up, which I love by the way too from
Yeah.
Fletch. It's needed. But what do they got to do to figure that out?
Well, so here's why it's becoming a legitimate concern. And again, you weren't on the last recap. I monologued for about 10 minutes about what a bad performance it was from him against Iowa. And point blank, more so just from the approach of like, this is unacceptable for the player that he is with this team where they're currently at. Like he can't dog plays. I sort of assumed those issues, the effort, the body language issues, would be a one game thing. Didn't
Hmm.
expect him to come back and score like 25. Just talking like the vibes.
Right,
Thought those would be a one game issue, and we would see this team go out west and have addressed it and see it fixed point blank. Like the
right.
next time we see TKR step on the floor, I thought it was going to be fine. It's not. If anything, it's worse.
Mm,
Now he didn't like go viral for jogging back on a play, but this rebounding effort was pathetic. Paint benched him down the stretch of this game. Mind you, Kloff had four fouls.
right,
Card, they were running Jacobson and Benter together
right.
because Paint acutely was aware of what was going on here. And he finishes with 24 minutes, which is super low in a game where, again, these are dogfight games. This is not, I got 24 and we won by 30, so we got the bench in. This is like, no, we need good TKR tonight. Our center's in foul trouble. Where is he?
Hmm.
Nowhere to be found and pouting. And there's that side of it, which is vibes based. And then there's the other side of it, which is basketball schematics based.
Mm,
And they both can't be broken. The basketball side could be broken and it'll be like, we'll figure it out later. We're still winning.
mm.
But the vibes better be good. If you're going to have both of those be broken at the same time, he's just hurting this team flat out. And that's what's currently happening. We got a guy that was All American good a year ago, that pundits believed was better than Braden Smith a year ago. Some of them even said it out loud, who is right now getting benched in his fifth year senior season in key moments for effort and body language. And mind you, the basketball stuff's gone away. He's not rebounding right now. He's not scoring. Hasn't scored in a while. Yeah, and the company line, every Purdue person on earth keeps saying, well, he normally makes those. Like, what are we even talking about with that right now? Like, yeah, I understand a year ago the best shot you could generate was a TKR floater. Not anymore. The best shot you can generate is the number one offensive rating guy in the country that's 7 foot.
Hmm.
So, like, you don't even want TKR shots if this offense is generating good shots.
Yeah.
His whole offense is bad shots, and he's not even
It's
making
like
them.
and it's like this too. You got to think if you're playing defense against Purdue, like at this point, I think people are coming away with it. Like we will live with TKR 15-foot push shot float things. Like that's a win right now for the defense. And that wasn't the case last year. It's
Well,
kind of what it is. It's different.
the frustrating part for me, I guess, like I would actually like to see teams do to Purdue what you're saying. Like if I were scouting for my team, if I'm writing notes to Dusty, say, hey, this is how I think you beat Purdue. I'm telling him very clearly, the more shots Trey Kaufman-Renn takes, the better. Because if we're funneling those push shots to TKR, that's not Kloff layups. That's not Fletcher open threes. That's not Braden middies.
Hmm.
Those are the worst shots that this starting lineup can generate right now, other than like a CJ Cox or Jakari, whatever you want to say. But
Right.
like, we will live with TKR twos. I want to see a team try to make Purdue play that way. Easier said than done, number one, because it's about Braden. But number two, like what I'm seeing when TKR is catching is teams are actually still, I don't want to say swarming, but like, they run him in the short roll. And however they want to cover Braden usually leads to the short roll pass. And when TKR is catching right now, he's drawing a lot more attention than I think he should.
Hmm.
And guys there's multiple bodies kind of immediately getting to TKR. And honestly, I think in a lot of times, Kloff is benefiting from it. Like
Yeah.
I think part of why Clough's so good right now is there's still a lot of attention on TKR. So he has value on the court offensively, even when he's struggling. But again, analytically, and we did a segment on this a week ago before this got worse. Analytics say that their lineup is best when Benter's in for TKR
Hmm.
because it's more spacing. There's nothing efficiency wise that points to this team being better with Trey on the floor instead of Benter. So it's hard to make the argument right now when you mix in, you look at the defensive side and he's playing like he has these last two games. So
Right.
I don't know what we say because Cart to me it's on Trey to figure this out.
Right.
It's on him to fix the body language problem. And I think Fletch is begging him to outwardly. I think Braden essentially said that on running point with us, and he hasn't fixed it yet. And if he doesn't, I mean, I'll tell you this: I don't think Paint is hesitating to go to Benter.
Right.
Jack Benter played 20 minutes in this game to Trey Kaufman-Renn's 24 on a night where Oscar Kloff had 4 fouls. Like that's ominous right now.
Yeah. And that's what it is for me. I at the end of the day, missed shots, whatever. I think, he has the ability to do other things, rebound and everything like that. The thing that's the most alarming the past two games is the body language stuff. It is the head down, dejectedness, kind of, for lack of a better term, it looks like he's kind of spaced out a little bit. And whether his hip is bothering him or whatever you want to say, he just mentally looks a little bit like he's spaced out right now. And they need to get him back locked in somehow, some way. The crazy or the scary part about it is though, is the locked in portion of TKR, does that come from him making shots? Is that what gets him locked in? Scoring? Because you would hope that that's not very, like, you would hope that's not so scoring based. That's not really what this Purdue team's about this year. It's balance.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Because that's the thing. I don't think anybody wants to say this out loud.
I mean, sorry, Greg, before you say it, for a good portion of this game, TKR had zero,
I
too. I
know.
want to make it known.
I know. And
Zero.
I
Like
know.
nothing. No boards, no nothing.
I know.
Against the USC front court might have had.
Look, I know nobody wants to say this out loud, and I think not that this matters, but I think we were some of the first people that flirted with this conversation maybe 3 weeks ago. And we didn't expect it to play out the way it has since, but it's playing out more drastically since. Kloff is playing better and better. TKR is playing worse and worse. Mind you, I'm calling this the best 4-game stretch of Braden's career. This is the worst 2-game stretch of TKR's. The fact that those two things are happening simultaneously is crazy. Like they shouldn't be at odds with each other,
Right.
but that's what's going on. I think the reality that Trey and I think everyone involved in this has to come to terms with here is that this team doesn't want Trey Kaufman-Renn to be a star. And that sounds asinine. I get it. But it's real. the way this team works is not dependent on Trey at all. And it shouldn't be. It's a historically efficient offense with Trey being the least efficient part of it. It's what it is. And if it's working, Kloff's getting dunks and layups. If it's working, Braden has it on a string. He's scoring like he has the last four. If it's working, Fletcher's hitting his threes. And yes, within that, Trey should also be scoring.
Mm.
But Trey's shot volume, even on his good nights right now, is way down. I mean, what's he got even in the non-conference? How many times this year has he scored 20?
TKR?
0.
Uh,
He doesn't have a 20-point game this year, Cart.
nope. He has 19 against Rutgers. He had 19 in the first game of the year against Bama.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at it, I understand it's a little bit different. Teams different. Team dynamics different. But TKR is down to 13 points, 9 rebounds a game. Like
And
for him, what he did compared to what he did last year, it's way down.
the rebounding is going to drop dramatically if the effort and body language don't change.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Because if he's going to average I don't even care about the scoring, Cart. He could average 8 and 9. As long as he's pulling in 9 boards, he has value on this team. Because for 2.5 months, Trey's rebounding was a huge part of this team's identity.
Right.
But that is going away. The defense has taken a slight dip from where it was 2 weeks ago, in part because I think they're not defensive rebounding as good because of what Trey's effort has been.
Mm-hmm.
The offense isn't hurting. Even though Trey is hurting, the offense is not hurting here.
Right.
So it's like, and that's got to be, I get it. I really do. That's got to be hard for him to come to terms with.
Well, the offense is hurting in this game. They scored 69 points.
Sure. Low possession game, though.
Yeah, I get low possession and everything associated with that. I'm just, in a game where Kloff's in foul trouble, you're in a dogfight with USC. Where is one of my best players at?
Yeah, I hear you.
It's once again that word optics. It's optically bad.
For sure.
So
I think you can understand it, though. Like, if my hypothesis here of what's going on is right, and he's just basically coming to terms with, fuck, I'm not a star anymore. Like, I get it. I get it.
Get over that.
Well, yeah, and I'm not trying to accuse him because by all accounts, Trey is like the last person who would care about this shit. He is. By anyone who knows him personally, like, he doesn't, I don't think, care about this shit. But my personal interpretation of all of this is just like, as Kloff is emerging more and more and more, Trey is realizing, like, wow, my shots aren't there. Like, wow, what is my role? Last year, I was the best post scorer in the country right now, and now I'm on a team with a better one. And now I'm in no man's land basically every possession. And when I get the ball, I better make that tough floater. Otherwise, it's a talking point. And shit, right now I'm not making it. Like, that's got to be hard. And he's good enough to just snap out of it. But I guess the thing for me, even if he snaps out of it, Cart, they're not just going to start posting TKR the way they did a year ago.
Right.
Painter and PJ are way too smart for this.
Well, the thing is, though, he doesn't. When we say snap out of it, he needs to snap out of whatever this mental fog is. That's the thing.
Sure.
Because CJ Cox didn't play well in this basketball game. Fletcher didn't play well in this basketball game.
Right.
You couldn't tell though for either of those two players.
Right.
Is what I'm saying. They didn't. They weren't letting it affect the fact that shots weren't falling or things weren't going their way. It didn't really let them affect them.
Yeah.
It affected TKR clearly in this game.
Yeah. And look, I think if we're talking like what's the optimal TKR role this year, I'm sure there are still Purdue fans that will like eviscerate this and disagree with me passionately, and that's fine. I think what I think would be best for him for this team to win a national championship is essentially a souped up, better rebounding version of what he played next to Edey. He still was a valuable piece on that team, but we never came into those games like, oh, we got to get Trey his 15 tonight. Like, Trey could go an entire game without a shot attempt in those games because there were better options. And I think that's probably part of this right now is like truly the three best options on this team are Kloff, Lawyer getting open, and Braden.
Hmm.
It's got to remind him of that sophomore year. And Clough's not Edie, clearly. I'm not trying to say that, but senior Braden's not sophomore Braden. And
Right.
senior Fletch is not sophomore Fletch. And what this team needs him to do is something he's already done in his career on a very winning team. I just think the problem is I don't think Trey has fully accepted that yet. I think Trey still thinks, damn, I'm all American Trey. And damn, shit, I'm not scoring. Fuck, exhale. You can't exhale. Not in Big Ten play right now. Not when, mind you, not when Jack Benther's playing this good.
Right.
Like Jack got in 20 minutes and they were loud 20 minutes.
Hmm.
He had 7 rebounds to Trey's 3 in 4 less minutes than Trey. And oh my, by the way, Jack's shooting 53% from 3 this year and topped this off with a steal and a no-look pass to seal the game.
Yeah.
Like you better earn your minutes, and this is a program that has prided itself forever on we're going to play the guys that deserve it. That's going to be put to the test if Trey Kaufman-Renn keeps this up right now because he's not doing anything that deserves to be out there right now.
Yeah. Also, Braden's the best player on this team.
For sure.
If that was ever a discussion.
It was a year ago.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. But also West Coast trips, funky. Good win. If you want to win the Big Ten, you need to win games like this. And they did win this game.
For sure.
It's Braden. Awesome too, by the way.
Yeah, and they'd been home for 3 straight. You expect road games to be hard in general. This is the same sentiment I said at the end of the Iowa game. But when you don't play your best, you got to gut out a win. That's what champions do in this league.
Mm-hmm.
And they did it again. Clearly, they have that backbone, right? I feel like last year, part of the Purdue identity was when things got tough, they went away.
Right.
And this year, very clearly, there's a mental toughness to this team, maybe not TKR included right now, that feels different. And Kloff's a big part of that identity-wise. Nobody tougher at the 5 in the country than him right now. So, but at the same time, Cart, like, I kind of feel like I'm repeating myself. Like, how many consecutive games are we going to come on and be like, man, you got to gut it out when you don't play your best before it's like, why aren't they playing their best?
Yeah, I just do the play the best thing.
Like the last time Purdue played really well was Wisconsin.
Yeah.
It's been 3.5 games, really, since the moment the record was set, that are like, I don't know what that was. Like,
Yeah, it's a little bit. I mean, are they bored?
yeah, I don't know. Hold on. Let's pull the Torvik out for a second.
Oh no, not the sort.
I bet it's better than we think.
Not the sort.
I bet it's better than we think. Hold on.
I do want to give them a little bit of a leeway here because it's got to be hard to play USC.
Oh, it's not better than we think. It's actually very bad. This 4-game sample size, they're 31st nationally.
Since what day?
Washington, Penn State, Iowa, USC. So just taking the Wisconsin game out of it. They're 4-0. They've won 4 straight games by single digits against Iowa and 3 bad teams. 3 of those at Mackey.
And here's what it is for me too.
I think they're
You know,
0 I think they're 0-4 against the spread in these 4.
and obviously it's a game to game thing, and this isn't a fair exercise to do. But like I would do it with my team, right? I think when my team was going through it, I was like, if you go and play this way against good teams, you're going to lose.
Yeah.
And they were struggling, and they went to Nebraska and played the same way and lost. Like Illinois is coming into Mackey in what, 2 weeks? Less than 2 weeks?
Yeah.
When is that game? 24th. So like that's coming up, and I understand you're at home, but like Illinois is playing extremely well, so you want to get some good feeling momentum leading into that game. And UCLA is now a team that's down and out too. So what are you going to do in that one? If you struggle, if you play like that, if you play the way you did against UCLA that you did against USC. I'm not saying you're going to lose, but it'd be like, okay, this is now a string of this amount of games where you're kind of just getting by.
Yeah. And I'd like to call out the most concerning specific area of this. It's not even, it might be TKR related, but it's not specifically TKR here. So last year, the biggest weakness on Purdue. Quick trivia for you. What comes to mind? Thing they were worst at a year ago.
Uh, 2 point defense.
2 point defense. Bingo. Boom. That was awful. They were 18th out of 18 teams in the Big Ten last year. They were like, I think literally bottom 10 in the country.
Mm.
2 point difference. Defense. Everybody claimed it was the lack of a five. Oh, we'll fix that. Kloff is great. Kloff is perfect. Hasn't fixed the 2 point defense in conference play. In this 4 game stretch where they're ranking outside the top 30 nationally now, their 2 point defense ranks 343rd in the country. Teams are shooting 60% from 2 point range against Purdue in this 4 game sample size. In conference play as a whole, mind you, Purdue is 7-0. They're 12th in the league in 2 point defense. That's just Big Ten teams only. That's up 6 spots from it was a year ago. But you haven't played any of the best teams who, mind you, all feast at the rim. The top 2 point offenses in this league are Michigan, Purdue, Nebraska, Indiana. Like Michigan State plays inside out. Illinois is huge. So, like I that feels ominous to me. And I don't know, like Clough's out there every game. TKR's out there every game. Teams, bad teams, mind you, bad teams are getting whatever they want at the rim against Purdue.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what you do with that. Like that kind of feels like this is what they are right now.
Yeah, they got to fix it. That's really what it is. It's the fine line between.
But what are they fixing? What can they fix about a 2 point defense when Kloff and TKR have been on the court this whole time?
Well, okay, maybe not fix, but I think they need to excel in their special areas. Like because over that stretch too, what do they? I don't know. What does the offensive stuff look like?
Offensively, they are 21st nationally in this 4 game stretch.
Yeah, that's just you can't combine the you. That sounds
Ooh, found
nitpicky.
another thing that changed. Offense, and this is TKR directly. Offensive rebounding on the season as a whole produced 31st nationally,
Hmm.
rebound 37% of their misses. In this 4 game sample size, that's completely tanked. They're 287th nationally, rebounding 26% of their misses. So basically, you're looking for two things. It's two things that plagued you last year. You're not rebounding the way you were, at least offensively, which was this huge out of nowhere strength in the non-con. And then your 2 point defense stinks again. I, the personnel is different. Like
Yeah.
unless you're going to play Jacobson, the rim protection's not getting fixed.
And the thing is, you say those stats. Those stats are against that stretch is what Washington, Penn State, USC.
Washington, Penn State, Iowa, USC, which by my count is 3 of the 5 worst front courts in the league.
Right. That's the part that's like you don't like that.
And by the way, I guess maybe this puts a bow on the final because this has felt very TKR antagonistic. I get it. But when you actually look at the analytics behind what's going wrong right now, it's two very TKR topical things, right?
Hmm.
The story coming out of last year was, well, we're going to fix it. It's not TKR's fault. We're going to fix it. You got everything you need on this year's roster, don't you?
Yeah.
So why is this year's team producing in those two areas like last year's was? Well, because TKR has stunk in these 4 games.
Right.
TKR has stopped rebounding. His efforts shit defensively.
Yeah. So it's on. I mean, it's on TKR. It's on Paint. Figure it out.
And it's not just him. I get there's other guys. I feel like people are going to kill me for this, but like,
But like, here's what it is. It's because he is who he is.
right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't get mad at, and this is said respectfully. I wouldn't get mad if Benter was like doing this because it's Jack Benter. But you're a leader on this basketball team. You're a senior.
Well, so respectfully to Jack now,
No, no, I'm talking about like the how you
I hear
hold
you.
players to a certain standard.
I hear you, but now I want to flip this on you. Jack Benter played 20 minutes in this game. Jack Benter is Jack Benter, and he's a redshirt freshman, and he's 6'6", 215, and he got 7 rebounds. That's effort. It's effort. That's
Yeah.
what that is. And when I watch Jack Benter, I see 110% effort every time he's on the court. Like I don't think this is like you have to sugarcoat it to not make it what this is right now.
Hmm.
So yeah, I hear you. But anyways, all right, let's move to some quick hitting other things. Hopefully you made it through that. You don't want to kill me yet. Believe it or not, I feel like I've been more responsible with my rants this year.
I think so. But you didn't to end it all. Worried or not worried about TKR?
Worried. Really worried. I
Okay.
mean, the analytics behind what Purdue's doing poorly right now speak for themselves. And
Okay.
to me, other people are like, well, is he going to start scoring? Is he going to start making? I'm worried about all the other shit.
Hmm.
He could score 0 in a game, attempt 0 shots. I do not care. Is he doing the things that hurt Purdue last season? Right now, he is. And the team is really vulnerable for that.
Hmm.
Are you?
I am not fully worried yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm getting there.
Okay. He needs
Getting there.
like a darkness retreat.
No, just like you know what? You know the perfect recipe for this is
What?
UCLA.
That's a good one, but we would have said the same about Penn State and USC.
Yeah, but those happened already. So, you know, the next perfect recipe, UCLA.
Car, can we play a quick game?
No, no.
Do you consider Alabama's front court to be good?
Uh, quietly, like Aiden Sherrill's actually been playing a lot better, but
Okay, then
no.
we don't need to play the game then. You
Okay,
already
what was the game gonna be though?
well, I was gonna wait until you said you do believe a front court's good. So you already he was great then. He dominated a good front court. So game's dead.
Oh, okay.
He
That's
had
it.
nine he had 19 and 15 and 5 against a Aiden Sherrill front court.
Okay.
That was a great game.
I see. Well, can you go in the world where I say that Bama doesn't have a good front court?
Sure. Is Akron, are they good in the front court?
No,
Memphis,
no.
Texas Tech,
Yes.
12 and 6.
Okay. Yeah.
12 and 6.
Yeah.
That's not the rebound. That last year rebounding with this year's score 12 and 6. Eastern Illinois, no. Rutgers, no. Iowa State,
Yeah.
he had 4 points on 8 shots. 9 rebounds though.
Yeah.
I don't think you'd say Auburn or Marquette's front courts are good.
No.
So he's played 2 good front courts and had 2 stinkers against him. I guess 12 and 6 isn't a stinker since we know what the stinker, but you get the point. None of his like crazy impressive good games came against quality teams this year. He's not playing the quality Big Ten teams, and this is tanked already. There's more than just he's going through a funk here. No one wants to admit that, but there's more than just he's going through a funk here. Other things quickly, CJ Cox really struggled after we gave him like he finally did it. He broke out. Did we curse CJ Cox?
No. No. I don't think so at all. I just think this is it. This can happen. This can happen.
Okay, 1 for 9, two
Yeah, this
points.
can happen. I thought he was still good defensively. That's really what you want from CJ. Um, hopefully he makes more shots. You would have liked to maybe see better efforts from the other guys that are like, the guys that fell behind CJ. Like in the moment where CJ's kind of not playing as well, you'd want others to step up. But yeah, I just thought it was a shots not falling thing. I still thought his defensive effort and other things were still up to CJ Cox's par, but bad game for him though, offensively.
Yeah, maybe the noteworthy thing is on a night where he went 1 for 9 with 1 rebound and 1 assist, he played 31 minutes. I think that speaks to how much Paint trusts him defensively because
Hmm.
they wanted him to get the baker-mazara assignment and he was able to still impact the game there. Um, but yeah, kind of crazy. Like if there was ever a night to go to Jakari and or Omer, I think it would have been this one, and they didn't. So just kind of keeping notes on the way they're doing rotations. Things feel like they're changing a little bit here as we get more serious into Big Ten play. Fletcher, 0 for 3 from 3, did score 7 points, made 2 shots from inside the arc, got to the free throw line 4 times, pulled in 4 rebounds too, which sounds like nothing until you remember that he out-rebounded Trey Kaufman-Renn. Are we worried about Fletcher at all?
I do the same thing I always do with Fletcher. The volume was always the thing I look at, but obviously this was a weirder game because he played 18 minutes and had 4 fouls.
Yeah, he would have had 6 threes if he played a normal amount of minutes.
Right. So no, um, because once again, I also thought that even though Fletcher was in a spot where he only played 18 minutes and had 4 personal fouls, I thought that he was engaged.
Yeah. I'm not
Just
worried about Fletch at all, and
yeah.
I love the visual vocal leadership stuff from him.
I'm loving the leadership stuff from Fletch. The post game, last game, the moment in this one where he's like basically like hitting TKR on the chest, like pick this shit up. I
Yeah,
love all that.
he's rising to the occasion in a big way. Just need him to hit some shots to go with it. But public service announcement at all times: I am never worried about Fletcher Lawyer's shot. He could miss 30 straight threes, and I won't be worried about it. That's a promise for me. Not going to happen, though. He's going to go like 6 for 7 next game. Last of the Are You Concerned guys for me, Daniel Jacobson. I mentioned it briefly earlier. I thought this was the worst game of DJ's career. That's a small sample size still. He's only played half a season. But there is definitely starting to get a feel of like he's not going to be there depending on the matchup. Like certain games, it's like, oh, this is a DJ game. And then certain games, it's like, oh, he definitely is not going to play tonight.
Mhm.
He's still got 13 minutes, but, 0 offensive rebounds, 3 total rebounds, missed 1 3, did not attempt a 2 is the most concerning part of this to me. I just didn't pass the eye test for me. What'd you see?
I thought there were some things that USC players in the front court did physicality wise that I think threw him off a little bit. I think that's going to happen with Jacobson this season. So, uh, you know, in Big Ten games specifically, maybe in this one I would expect them to be a little bit better. So that's a little bit concerning. But at the same time, I think on a game to game basis, DJ is still a baby deer and can be susceptible to stuff like this.
Yeah, for sure. Long term, I have 0 concerns about Daniel. I do have a minor feel of like, is he going to get there in time this year? Because back to the
Does
number,
it matter?
yeah, because back to the numbers I was giving you, you have to get some rim protection stuff from him.
Yeah. Okay.
You have to. And as good as Kloff is offensively, he's still not good there.
Yeah.
Like
Is there ever a world where we get if Jacobson plays better, we get Klopp Jacobson together?
he did that for like 30 seconds in this game. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I think it was just situational, but I don't know. You could, if you trust DJ as a shooter, you could.
Yeah. But do you probably not?
I don't think that's anywhere on the top priority list if you're looking for like TKR alternatives because time for the positivity thing. And I promise I have a thing in this segment that Purdue fans are going to like. Yay, yay, yay. Okay, Jackie B, Jack Benter, step back, Jack,
Jackie
my guy.
B.
Jackie B, baby, baby Jack, as I like to call him. Baby Jack has been hooping. Baby Jack has been hooping so much so that I mean this endearingly, truthfully, and not doing a bit. Baby Jack in this game, 5 points on 4 shot attempts, hit a 3, 1 for 3 from threes, damn near unacceptable from him. The 53% shooter that he is. He's the only guy on Purdue that pulled in more than 1 offensive rebound. He also led Purdue in defensive rebounding in this game. He was flying around everywhere. Oh, by the way, 2 assists. He's a secondary creator. That's like real. And had a sequence in this game that is one of my favorite role player sequences ever, truly. Uh,
Ever.
in terms of like a role player, like kind of doing some winning shit ahead of schedule, absolutely. Dude, this game was like up for grabs. And Jack Benter's on the court because, again, TKR can't see. And like everybody else is in foul trouble. And I think Paint and the entire coaching staff was just like, you know what? We trust Jack more than anybody else right now. Like in a
Mm.
lot of other earlier season games, I think you would have seen him go to Jakari or even Omer or DJ. Certainly, they're going to Jack right now, and for good reason. Because again, the analytics say that this guy is in every single best version of Purdue's lineup right now with all the other starters, and he's just delivering. He's passing the eye test right now. He's passing the box score test. But the sequence in this game that I've just loved, he had the steal, turned no look assists when this game was like really, really choppy. And they
Hmm.
kind of got out in the break after he got the steal. And it looked like it was going to be like a lost break opportunity. Like I think I want to say Jakari was leading the break or something and pulled up, just kind of turned around and got it out, kicked out to Bent, who literally hit the showtime down low for a dunk. I think that was TKR's first bucket of the game.
Hmm.
I loved it. I adored it. And I don't know how many role guys are actually like capable of stepping up. Like you think back a year ago, Colvin's not making those plays. Heidi's not making those plays. Those guys would like hold the ball and shake and be scared. And I don't even think they'd fly around defensively the way the Benter was. So you're probably going to push back and say you disagree, and any role player could have a sequence like that. But that got my attention in like a damn, this guy can do way more than just shoot way.
Yeah, well, my attention mainly was drawn to the fact that even outside of the made shots, the rebounding, the passing portions that you talked about, the energy was just up when he was on the court.
Yep.
Visually, I thought I was watching basketball that was better with Jack Benter on the court. I didn't think I'd ever say that. But the best version of Purdue was with Jack Benter on the floor. And I don't even know if plus minus like adds up to that, but visually as I was watching it, his effort and his energy, and look, maybe this is me doing I'm comparing what I just saw from TKR to the guy that came in from TKR. Basically, I was getting no energy, nothing. Guy comes in, energy rebounding. And that's what you need in that spot. And I think it's credit to Jack Benter that he didn't fall into the mold of, are Jack Benter's threes falling? Is he doing anything? He is. He's active, he's athletic, and I thought you were able to see that. I mean, what, 7 rebounds in this game and how many minutes? What was it?
20.
I mean, shit, even 20 minutes for Jack Benter in this game. 20 big ones. They needed them, truthfully. So I thought it was really good stuff from him. And, to your point too, they did end up bringing TKR back in. But like with 5 minutes left, 6 minutes left, they came out with Benter on the floor because of what he was bringing. And I thought that was the correct call too, for what it's worth.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
So,
I agree. I mean, the reality, and this is tied into everything else we've said critically and positively in this video, is right now, if there was a national championship on the line in a tie game with a minute left, I would want Jack Benter on the floor for this team. And the beauty of him is I think he could pop in for anyone, right? Like if you, God forbid, had a Fletcher 0 for 11 night, okay,
mhm.
Jack can play the three. If Trey's playing the way he's playing right now, you don't hesitate. You go to Jack. If I think if Oscar Kloff fouled out of the game, you would have a choice. You could either bring DJ in, or maybe you slide TKR to the 5 and bring Jack Benter to the 4. I actually, in the spirit of trying to come up with some solutions to help Trey here, think they should probably experiment with that a little bit.
Mm.
And I know nobody liked it, and it's not going to help the rebounding or rim protection stuff. But if we're looking to help Trey get his offense back on track, I don't think it's going to happen with Kloff on the floor with him.
Yeah.
Because anytime Clough's on the floor with him, you're running actions to try and get Clough layups and dunks. And
Hmm.
TKR's in no man's land. So run those actions, but with Trey in the spot he was in a year ago. Bring Jackie B in at the 4 for spacing. You don't have to do it as a primary look, but you could do it for 5 to 8 minutes a game, and it probably makes Trey feel more engaged and better about his offense.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So there are solutions here, but they're all solutions that are like brought to the table because of how versatile Jack Benter is positionally right now. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
No, I agree with it. Question for you on stripes, how they do in this game?
Stripes are great.
Because I saw a lot of like, you know, this game was the way it was because we didn't get calls.
Stripes are great.
I thought so too.
They obviously weren't great, but they were great.
What? Wait, what?
They were great.
What do you mean they obviously weren't great?
They obviously weren't. They missed some very high leverage calls.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. They slapped our podcast host in the face.
Uh-huh.
It's rude.
Yeah, I was worried about him. He's hurt.
It's not allowed.
He's hurt.
It's not allowed.
Yeah, he's hurt. Wait, before we move off Benter, I think a month ago I Ken Palm player comped him. Do you remember the names?
Uh, No, I don't know if I do.
Isaiah Livers, Jalen Bridges, Seth
Oh,
Lundy.
yeah.
Like basically our favorite group of stretch four role players ever.
Yeah, basically our guys.
Just tough winners
Yeah.
with ratchets.
Yeah.
Like
Those are our
winning
guys.
winning teams employ those guys, and that's who Jack Benter is. I would like to get crazy and piss you off though.
Oh no. Why would you want to piss me off?
Per 40s.
Oh God. You really do want to piss me off.
I pulled out some per 40s card. It's the only way to do this, but I pulled out some per 40s. Hold on, I gotta scroll up in the Discord and find it. I sent it to Purdue earlier very enthusiastically.
Oh, you said
Dude,
enthusiastically.
so much enthusiasm when I found this earlier. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. Jack Benter per 40s this year. 14 and a half points a game, 9.5 rebounds a game, 2.5 assists a game, 53% from three on 6 attempts a game from three. Blind player A, 16 points a game, 9 rebounds a game, 3 assists a game. Basically, one more bucket, one less rebound, the same assists at 41% from three on 5 attempts a game.
Hmm.
Slightly worse shooter. Any guesses who that player might be that might be relevant to this team's recap?
Relevant to this
Per
team.
40s, 16, 9, and 3,
Oh, easy.
41% from three.
Easy.
Who?
Taj Gibson.
Robbie Hummel.
I'm sorry, what?
Jack Benter per minute right now is producing at a very similar level to Robbie Hummel's first 2 years of his career at Purdue.
What about Aaron Fine per 40? Remember we had that little exercise?
Yeah, but that's not what we're doing right now.
Okay,
We're
understood.
comparing Jack Benter to Robbie Hummel.
Should we be doing that?
Well, I'm holding true to my vision for next year's Purdue team. I know Braden said it's the Antoine West show, but I think next year that's what this could look like, Cart. Because I thought even I know I'm making a lot out of one play. That pass was so sick.
It was a nice pass. I will
Like
say that.
I really think this dude has like creator upside that we're not seeing. And he's so damn efficient and he's an athlete and he rebounds. Like I think there's a world truly when you try to compare like what Purdue wing could he remind us of? You might have to go back to Hummel in like a ceiling version of Jack Benter in a couple of years. I think it could look like that.
I need time.
Okay, just let
I
it
need I
let
need
it
time.
soak a little bit.
Okay, I need time.
Let it soak a little bit.
I need time.
Let it soak a little bit.
I need time.
Any other sequences in this game? Did you see Muss's post game? Are you mad at him or
Oh
anything?
yeah, we don't get to talk about my favorite sequence.
Yeah, what?
Braden end of first half
Oh yeah.
coming off screen, tray ball, go up 38-32 straight to sideline, talking about tray ball Dowski.
Yeah.
Out to the West Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my favorite sequence of the game. I almost turned it off after that. I thought we were winning by 20 after that.
I did too. That was so sick. He yeah, he's playing so good.
Yeah, they need him. One last question for you.
He chirped some old folks again.
I like that. Fuck him.
It's like 3 straight games of him. Like it's always elderly. Do you know
Right.
that?
Yeah. I like that.
Like at Wisconsin, he was like, "Yeah, it was the old guys." And
Yeah.
then this old guys.
Elderly people don't want to lose they don't want to be treated differently than anybody else. They want to be treated as equals.
Elderly people also say some crazy shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, they've been alive for a long time. They've seen things.
You're right.
Uh, they've seen things for sure. So, my question was though, in this game for a large portion of it, I found myself watching it saying that USC was actually doing a pretty good job of attacking Purdue in ball screens. Did
Yeah.
you see that?
Yeah. Yeah. It looked like, I mean, it was a lot of just like Baker-Mazara.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, they do the drop coverage
Yeah.
and they were kind of finding it also hard, like with the drop coverage to get back. So there's a lot of like dunks and layups.
Yeah. There's just, I think there's a lot of guys on Purdue that this idea of them needing to fix their defense is all predicated on rebounding.
Hmm.
There's not a lot of guys on the court for Purdue at any given time who like want to be a good defense by playing defense.
I hear you.
They're like, we'll get stops because we have rebounders. Like Trey and Oscar got us this year. They're rebounding, so our defense is better. Like CJ is really the only guy on the team that is like actively out there getting stops every possession.
Yeah, true.
Everybody else just kind of comes and goes, and that includes Braden, who can be a defensive pest for sure. But there's a lot going on. There's a lot on Braden's plate right now. So,
Right. I hear you.
but at the same time, they held USC to 0.93 points per possession. I don't know. I mean, the biggest thing to me was they got out rebounded 40-32.
Mhm.
That's scary.
Yeah, against the USC team.
Baker-Mazara is also just a tough cover. I know nobody
Yeah,
wants to
he's
like give
he's
him
just
credit.
herky jerky funky.
He's good.
Yeah. They also smacked Braden in the face.
Yeah, not happy about that.
We can't get an and one there, sir?
Yeah, it should have. Like he deserved that moment to like stop and celebrate.
Well, he couldn't because he thought he had an orbital fracture.
Yeah, I couldn't see.
And last but not least, as I exit this, I want to make sure that I give or I say who needs to be reprimanded in this. Yeah, I got it. I got it. Peacock production team. Some people were invested in what this and what happened towards the end of this basketball game. You know what I'm saying? Like Braden, I thought was going to get to 25 because if Braden get to 25, he was going to be able to be put on a stat and a little graphic, Gregory, where like the first player to do 25, this number. But instead, the cameraman just quit with 15 seconds left.
Uh-huh.
And I'm trying to see what's going on. I thought Braden had a steal. He
Ah.
didn't. All of a sudden, USC had the ball. So
Huh.
I would like for Peacock production team to lock in. That's my last thing.
Okay. All right. Thank you for closing the show with a reprimand to Peacock's production team. I would like, before we close the show, to do one more thing. Seemed like post game, Purdue fans wanted to like close this arena out. We know, like you could tell in the broadcast, this was a pro Purdue crowd, which is
Oh yeah.
crazy. Purdue fans are awesome, very, very real that they have a home court advantage everywhere. Um, Craig Bowers was there. I was texting Craig a little bit from Boilers in the Stands. Shout out to Craig. They're doing great coverage. I listened to the Boilers in the Stands post game a little bit, and they basically like Joe had to keep doing the show because Craig was like kicked out of USC. They were like, "Get out, everybody, get out!" at the end of this, which was funny and also like there were so many Purdue fans lingering around. I kind of get it, but I don't know. Any thoughts on the crowd or? I mean, even like the Boiler Ball accounts calling it Mackey West again. So
Well, they should. I've been to Galen Center a couple times,
yeah,
as you might know. Every single time that I've gone, I thought I might get in.
you might get in the game.
Yeah, no one goes.
Okay.
Like it's they need to fix it for real. It's USC any sporting event. Like I went to the USC Michigan State football game.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there's so many other fans at all times at these games.
Mhm.
And I get it. Like I wouldn't change my plans to watch Chad Baker-Mazara. But like if you're gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like it definitely was probably 70% Purdue fans in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. A lot of people who had a chance to see Omer's jaw in person and want to take it.
Report back on what you thought too, by the way.
I don't blame them. But quick rules. Can I put a personal request into Boiler Ball?
Yeah.
Now we all know Boiler Ball number one doesn't listen to me, and number two doesn't have to listen to me. But formal request as like an associate of Purdue basketball, I would say. I don't think we should be able to call every opposing arena Mackey blank unless you win there.
So once you win there, you can do. Is it
Well,
win there once?
I'm tarnished on this because they called Ann Arbor Mackey North last year, and then we just beat them. And I
Mm,
was like, why the hell are you bragging that you own our arena when we beat you.
Mm.
So like I gotta be honest, like to me it's still a little cringe when they do this everywhere because they just go everywhere. Like dog, they're still gonna play in LA in 2 more days. Is it now Mackey Northwest? Like this was Mackey West. UCLA is now Mackey Northwest. Like you can't claim every single road arena. I get your fan base is great.
Yeah. Oh, here, I'm gonna push back. Yeah, you can.
The Seattle Spartans were holding down Mackey Northwest. Like
Yeah. Well, the
there's a
thing is,
lot of
too,
fan bases who are going to have a home crowd at USC.
yeah. Also, just claim it though. Honestly, that's on other fan bases.
Just
Claim it.
claim it and get it. Well, I guess I'm trying to be the person who says you can't claim it. This is stupid.
No, just
This
claim
is
it.
a stupid bit.
Just claim it.
If you win, I mean, they almost lost to Chad Baker-Mazara while calling it Mackey West.
They did, and you're worried about the wrong things because here's my last thing. We pull a Florida.
What do you mean by that?
We lose TKR's jersey on the way to UCLA.
Oh, new number.
No name. Number 52 TKR figures it out.
That's better than my proposal.
What was your proposal?
I was going to either say drop the Kaufman or I was going to start calling him Trey Kaufman when. Like Trey Kaufman, when's he going to play good again?
So if that was the option, though, it would be drop the Trey.
It would just be Kaufman Wren.
It'd be Kaufman Wren.
That's a killer.
Kaufman Wren.
That's actually a killer.
Yeah, like KR.
Wait, actually,
yeah, KR.
okay, don't give him that idea because he would actually do it.
Drop it.
Congratulations.
And drop one in.
And while we're at it, while we're telling people to drop, hey, Purdue, can you drop a game? Because, like, as a team with one loss in this league that's trying to chase you down, like, would be really cool if, like, I still had a chance.
Right, you're making it hella tough.
Right, and you're winning all the
Keep
time.
on doing that.
Congrats, Purdue. This is going to be a weird stretch run of the season.